and examine them like they're like, I think it's kind of funny, like the way that they treat this anthropological experiment. And so we'll take a look at this.
Hurricanes in the last 14 years than I did my whole entire life.
And then we'll move on to the Hezbollah video from Johnny Harris. It is, yeah, but it's always funny because like when I'm an American, I'm a bit of a hog myself, right? Like the American attitudes have been baked into my brain, whether I recognize it or not. Whereas I feel like when British people do, it's like more scientific almost. Like they're looking at it from the outside. Yeah, I think the best response to this is insurance companies, okay? If it's not a cause for concern, why the are the only people that are directly involved in rate adjustment just completely pulling out? That's it. If it's not that significant of an issue, like someone should tell the insurance companies they could be making so much more money there, right? Why are they just deciding we're not going to play a role in this at all? It is virtually impossible, so much so that there's government intervention that might become a necessity in places like Florida. That's it. Once it becomes such a glaringly obvious reality that like even insurance providers are like, I can't make money here. Like it's going to be underwater no matter what. It is way too high cost. The reconstruction efforts are going to be too costly, and they just pull out. Problem is, that's the Louisiana insurance guy. That's what I get that. That's what I'm saying. As someone who works in insurance PNC company, can confirm actuaries have included climate change in their models, at least in my company since 2014 when we purchased our own climate change and weather monitoring / prediction company. Your neighborhood is really chatter here. Why shave beard? To look more white. People are saying I was doing brown face, so I wanted to do white face to combat the extremist Islamist allegations. What the... God, Louisiana is the most beautiful state, dude. I swear
Save
to God.
the Tatas ride, breast cancer ride. Michelle Stelly has been hosting for a long time. This is my 10th year participating. We raise a lot of money for cancer research and generally a cancer patient that's having big problems. All these guys back here put together by Cajun Harley. They're having a cooking competition, raising money for a particular veterans organization, helping veterans. So this is America. When you see bikers out rolling on the weekend, you know you're not looking at gangsters and thugs, man. You're talking about solid Americans that love their country. We're generally on a charity ride, doing good work for our communities. All these guys are, at some level of success based upon their hard work in life. I mean, they're riding $25,000, $35,000 Harley Davidsons. They're driving $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 Wranglers. So you got very patriotic Americans here.
The higher the price of the vehicle, the higher the level of patriotism. These guys, they've never seen a woke sky that they'd ever be a part of. They see that and they think to themselves, I will not be a part of the woke sky. There will be no gender here today.
But it's not just hurricanes that have damaged this community. Back in Cameron, gas from fracking is being exported at a huge new terminal close to town.
Louisiana happens to be one of the richest states with the poorest population, for the record. Some of the worst wealth disparity in this country. Like unacceptable levels of extreme poverty, right next door to unimaginable kinds of wealth, directly poisoning the population, the poorest population in the state. It's so strange. It's beautiful. New Orleans is beautiful.
I'm Oliver. Tad Terrio has been...
When I went to New Orleans and saw houses that had marks on them that were completely destroyed, and the person showing me around pointed to them and said, those are those are condemned houses from Katrina in 2016. I was like, this is up. This is so insanely. They still have condemned homes from Katrina, dude. They haven't recovered from Katrina.
Tripping here for all of his life, but the environmental impact, he says, has decimated.
A lot of people sort of talk about resilience in this community, and I don't know if it's the right word. I don't know what you think.
I've always been taught, work where you live.
Our entire state is captured by corporate interests and neo-Confederates. The state is built on petro-capital and prisons. Yeah, it's disgusting. State penitentiary of the Louisiana is also is directly a plantation, like straight up is a plantation called Angola. They literally do. I mean, it is one of the most insane things on the planet. The Louisiana State Penitentiary, known as Angola. You want to know why it's called Angola? You don't have to think too hard. Alcatraz, also nicknamed the Alcatraz of the South or the Angola Plantation or the Farm, is a maximum security prison farm in Louisiana operated by the Louisiana Department of Public Safety and Corrections. Gremlow made a video about it as well. You guys can check that out. Largest maximum security prison in the United States, 6,300 prisoners, 1,800 staff. They do rodeos too. It is literally a plantation, and Angola is also what the plantation used to be called. It is still a plantation.
And,
its people, in many ways, have the most to lose.
We should give Israel $16 billion to fix this. Yeah, it's going to get fixed if we give Israel enough money. I promise.